Lil Nathan beat.
Yo, what's up? We are back with another EP. Happy New Year to all the good people out there. We are back with another EP of the Gary Watkins podcast. I got a very special guest right here beside me. What's up, bro?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man. You alright?
Yes, sir.
Man, let me tell y'all a little bit about my guy right here. So, about, how many years ago that was? It had to be about a good, well, it's 2023, so dang, it's been like 5 years. So 5 years ago, one of my best guys and I, Darrell, we wanted to launch a podcast together, and we called it the Double OT Podcast. It was pretty much going to be based around sports. So, of course, we doing the logo, getting, the intro and all that good stuff together. And at the time, my guy and I was friends on Facebook. I reached out to him for a beat. And at the time, I told him I wanted a beat to sound like Middle Child by J. Cole. No, not Middle. Well, yeah, Middle Child, because that's the one that got like the trumpets and instruments kind of playing in it. I wanted a beat like Middle Child. A few days later, he shared it with me. He hit it on the first try, and just ever since then, man, we just kind of been like in contact on and off. I see his content when he'll be sharing it and stuff, and I have to say, bro, when I was in here just setting up the cameras and the microphones and all that stuff, he was playing some beats. I'm sure you did them, right? Mm-hmm. Bro, he got some wavy ass beats, bro. For real. Bro, you can with the beats that I was just hearing just now, bro, you can create a YouTube playlist where people can just play it around the house when they have guests over and kind of cleaning up and stuff. I think that's just a good idea. Just throw something out there, But
that is a good idea.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I don't know. I didn't think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, before we really get into it, man, tell the people a little bit more about yourself, man. Introduce yourself to the people real quick, man.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy El Shudi, producer, mixer, mix master music, register and code music. Pretty much a behind the scenes type of guy. I'm a father of one. A level more coming soon. I do whatever I want to do. I am that I am.
Yeah. Hey, there it is, man. So, and you wear a lot of hats, bro. So, all right, I want you to go through that. You said, I heard engineer. Mm-hmm. Go through that again, bro.
Well, mixing engineer, audio engineer, mix music. I mix a lot of people's music, albums, tapes, singles, acapellas, showcases, things of that nature.
Got you. So that's dope as hell, bro. A lot of hats that you wearing right there. So I'll say what my first question is, what did you start it out with first, or what got you into it?
It's funny because it started out in high school. I really wanted to be a DJ. I was trying out this. It was an app on the computer. Virtual DJ. Was just trying stuff out. I listened to a whole lot of mixtapes, and I like how DJs would transition one song to another. And I don't know. It just got me. It got me hooked on wanting to do that. Someone down the line, as I kept listening to music, I wanted to understand how people put the sounds together, and did my research, came across FL Studios, tried that out. When I first looked at it, I was just yeah, I don't know how I'm finna get this down pat. Right. But from that point forward, I just studied up the basics for about a good little year. This was all back in 2010, so I started back in 2010. Right. Just got into the rhythm of making music. Once I kind of got the basic out the way, just started experimenting, just trying to see what worked, what didn't.
Just kept going from there.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard, bro. So 13 years.
13 years.
13 years. That's hard. So, like, growing up, what did you listen to? What did you really have an ear for growing up?
Mainly neo soul, R&B. I say a lot of old school music too. Let my mom tell it. I have this thing where like I'll hum music, but I'll hum like a particular sound within the track that I guess the average person wouldn't hum. And you'll catch me humming it, and you know, people will be like, you know, what you humming? I don't remember that being in the music. Yeah, it's in the background. Then when they go back to listen to it, it's like, oh, I didn't know that was there. That's crazy.
Right.
And so yeah, that's been my main thing.
So you pretty much hear things that the normal ear wouldn't hear.
Right.
That's hard.
Right.
That's hard. So even with that, so just name like a few artists that you listened to growing up. I know you say R&B, so
growing up, Jill Scott, Lettucey, a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire, of course Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross. There's a lot of music my mom played. Al Green.
Man, there's some big names, man.
Yes.
Them big names right there that you're calling out. So, that's hard. And I just want to keep elaborating on that just to kind of pick your mind, because that is a real, you came up with this topic, but a God-given gift, bro.
Right.
You can hear things that the normal ear don't hear, because beats can be very layered and saturated, but for you to just be able to sit there and hear that voice that's harmonizing in the background, or how this 808 might be hidden right here and there, like stuff like that is a real God-given gift, bro. And the way you can take that and then articulate it in another beat, bro, that's dope as hell, bro.
Appreciate it.
So just to keep going, you're from Macon, right?
Yes.
What school did you go to? If you don't mind me asking.
I first went to Southwest my 9th grade semester. Then I went to the first half of my 9th grade semester, and then the second half I transferred to West Side. Been there since the 10th grade. Ended up dropping out. I ended up dropping out because of music. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. But nah, they do.
Man, God, that's dope too, because like you really went all in on your dreams, you know. Just to even touch on that song, because what we're taught so much of is like go to school, go to college, get your degree, and go into the workforce and stuff like that. But you're in debt at the same time, so you know, got to pay your way out of them loans and stuff like that, or go to the military.
Yeah, that was a route I ended up taking. You know, still just trying to figure out what I wanted to, I ain't gonna say so much of what I wanted to do, but I guess I was so pressured into doing what other people felt like I needed to do, you know, for the sake of my life and my future. And, you know, I listened to a little bit, and, you know, I still just kind of, it's like music just became a part of me. Like I did it just did it whenever. Like it never stopped. It's just like a part of me now. So.
Gotcha. Dope as hell, bro. So since we got to know a little bit about all the hats that you wear, is there any kind of like experiences you want to touch on a little bit growing up? Just what kind of molded your ear and trained, like when you listen to music in the early, throughout the 2010s, 2000s, even the 90s, and even reaching back to a time when you wasn't around, when you weren't born, what is that one artist you normally just gravitated towards as far as their production, the beats, the choice of beats they'll have, and just the overall discography that they have? What's someone that you know you just normally gravitated towards?
I say since a kid, it's been Michael Jackson. It's just something about his approach. It's the way you can tell, like when you listen to his music, you can tell he had the creative control behind it. And he had an ear for how he wanted things to be, the way it dropped, the layering of his vocals, the type of sounds, and I guess the type of approach he made towards like each sound. Most definitely, I'd say Michael Jackson. I know during middle school, high school, it's been T-Pain.
Yeah. A lot of people sleep on that boy T-Pain.
It's been T-Pain.
Yeah. He was like the hottest in the mid 2000s. The hottest, like, I'll probably put him up there with, that's probably reaching, but I was about to say I'll probably put him up there with Lil Wayne at the peak. Close to Lil Wayne, somewhat, maybe a few steps behind.
I mean, he's most definitely musically inclined. Like he wrote songs, he made beats. I think he mixed some of his stuff too. Like he knew how he wanted particular stuff to sound, and it's like he knew how to approach whatever type of energy and whatever type of music that he gets approached with.
Right.
He knows how to attack it back. He knows how to like match it pretty much.
Right. So do you think he is a pioneer when it comes to autotune?
Most definitely.
Gotcha.
He knows how to use it better, in my opinion, better than a lot of people. Because I feel like a lot of people just kind of turn it on and just do whatever. He knows how to adjust it and make his own little presets, within it, his key presets and stuff.
Right.
To make it, match the particular sound.
And I think bro actually know how to sing without the auto-tune.
He won, what was that costume, talent show thing.
Really?
It's like America Got Talent, but like you dress up as like a little monster costume or some shit.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I think he won like season 1, because a lot of people didn't know that was him until they took the mask off and he ended up winning. Mask winner or something like that.
Okay then, I never heard of that. That came on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, no wonder. But that's dope. So go into the 2010s. And this is probably when Atlanta established themselves in the music industry. And of course, it don't have to be anyone from Atlanta, but in the 2010s, what's the artist you gravitated to in that decade?
Fusion. To be honest, Fusion. Like my transition, it was Future. It was like Future and Gucci, but mainly like Future. It's like their beats was Trout. That's how I got introduced to like Trout. The way the 808s was hitting, the way the sounds was sounding, it caught my interest. That's how I actually started making beats. I started making a whole bunch of like trap music. So
is that something you still kind of do today? Or?
I do. It's just to me it's boring because it's what's the word, oversaturated. Yeah. It's like it's everywhere. Honestly, anybody can do it. And it's like it still has its rocks and moments, but it's like a moment thing. It ain't something I can really just gravitate towards in like a long term type of way anymore.
So here's another question. This is not on the list or whatnot, but it's a question that was brought up in a podcast I did with Takemia. I asked her. The question was, what is your thoughts on R&B? What's the state of R&B today? Do you have a take on the music that's in that genre?
I feel like it's more lust than love, in my opinion. Like it's still love in some, but it's like the lustful ones are kind of overpowering the love. At one point in time, it was just kind of like creating love, and now it's just more of just making love and kind of breaking down how people want to do the lustful things in the manners and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of half and half. I just feel like mainstream wise, it's more lustful than loving.
I can definitely agree with that. And also, I feel like another thing that's promoted in a lot of music is kind of like toxic bondage. That's really pushed a lot in the music today.
It's pushed a lot in a lot of aspects. It's like toxic sales, negativity sales.
Yeah,
like, it's like
just how it is.
Yeah.
So, do you think music really have an impact on people day-to-day lives, as far as like the music you listen to is projected into your real life?
Most definitely. I think that's why it's kind of good to kind of be what is diverse, like versatile with your choice of music, because listening to, I guess I ain't gonna necessarily say listening to one particular sound can get overwhelming, but it's just more about like energy. Like, to just only listen to trap beats or trap music is, I don't know, to me it just do something to my brain. It makes me want to do reckless stuff.
The energy that's put out it can be like, you can take that energy and actually put it into your day-to-day life, and you're not even that kind of person for real, but
it's more of a moment type of thing. Like, I like to have moments where I'm feeling like that, when I'm going out having fun or whatever. And then there's times where I just want to settle down and just kind of be to myself. I don't listen to that when I'm like to myself.
Right.
Like, it doesn't get played in my car like that.
Right.
Or in my headphones or anything like that, man.
Got you. So if it's you and your guys and y'all getting ready to take a road trip and you're the DJ, what is something you're going to pop in there?
I mean, it's gonna be like a mixture of that. I know I play like a lot of Kendrick Cole bass type music, like Saba, Shmino. I mean, of course, add a little Future, Travis, Jeff, Free Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, cause it's like I said, it's energy. Like, I know, most of my homies, they're when we get together, the intent is to have fun. Right. So, the mood is like on some, like we up, you know what I mean? So
right. So, man, that's dope. Just to, open up that side of you as far as your taste and your take on music in general. So right now we're about to make a transition. This is one of the topics you wanted to touch on, and it's tapping into self. And I'll let you take the wheel onto that, because I'm interested to know, and I'm sure this is something that can resonate with a lot of people that want to get to know themselves on a deeper inner level. So, you know what I'm saying? Talk to us about it.
People need to understand that the foundation of your life starts with you. And when I say you, I don't mean your job, I don't mean your career, I don't mean your spouse, I don't mean your kids. It's you. It's, the life that you experience on a day-to-day basis is pretty much a reflection of how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself. Accountability is something a lot of people don't want to talk about, don't want to do anything about, but it changes, it saves lives when you understand self. You understand that you have flaws, and then you understand that you can do something about them, instead of just having to accept it or convince yourself to believe that this is just who you are. And whatever comes with it is constantly putting you down to a degree, and you just feel like that's just what it is, when it's not. Like, you have the will to redirect your life, but it starts with yourself. You got to learn how to be okay with being alone sometimes, and just depart from reality for a minute. Like, don't waste your lives just scrolling on social media, trying to see what everybody else got going on and whatnot. Like, literally tap into yourself, learn how to look yourself in the mirror, and really just dive deep into what you can improve on and what you can continue doing. And then, I feel like when you reach your higher self, anything that you do choose to do or want outside of you, anything you put your hand on, I feel like you just turning it to gold at that point.
Right. So if you could think of one word as far as what's the first step to tapping into self, what would that one word be?
My opinion, God. Now, God just means, higher power. You have to understand that it's still something that's like over you. Like, yeah, you're over yourself, but it's still something that's over you that's pretty much giving you what you give out. You reap what you sow. Right. The higher power is just it's an entity that a lot of people don't understand is really working for you or wants to work for you. You just have to learn how to. It ain't so much as just learning how to tap in. You got to be willing to want to tap in for the sake of seeking, what everybody is ultimately seeking out of life, which we know is like peace, happiness, abundance. That we think a lot of these outside sources that we chasing after is gonna give us first, in order for us to feel how we want to feel on the inside. And it's not, you're not supposed to look outward trying to, bring something in. You're supposed to look inward and then bring it, to bring it out. And then things outside of that is just supposed to reflect off of what you bring out to help sustain and maintain what you currently got going on.
That's a hard take and look on that, because a lot of people are seeking for happiness, peace, abundance, and they think a lot of it is external when it really start with yourself. It's on the inside.
And like, just think about the things that you just mentioned. Like, what does that look like? Like, if I say I want a car, we know what that looks like. A car looks like a car. What does happiness look like? Happiness, I ain't gonna say it doesn't have a look, but it's more of a action than a thing. Like, you're not supposed to look for these things. You're just supposed to be. That's how I don't think a lot of people understand. You're put on this earth to be. And, again, you push it out and then it comes back to you. You're supposed to be what you want. You know what I mean? If you're a dude, you looking for a wife, you know what I mean? You got to first learn how to be a husband to attract whatever, your definition of a wife is. You know what I mean? If you want money, it's like you got to think about the things you would do with that money and then learn how to utilize what you do have right now to, help train yourself to gain more. Mm-hmm. And it's more of an action. You're not supposed to seek happiness. You're just supposed to be happy.
Right.
And
So you think a big part of like tapping into self has to do with God, or whatever it is that what ethnicity or culture you come from?
Yeah. I mean, we're all part of the same source, despite, the name or terminology that we give it. It's all like the same thing, and they're all going after the same thing, which is the peace, the happiness, the abundance. So, to a degree, I feel like everybody's right. It's just we're more focused on wanting to be right instead of just simply being right, and then sharing the information with people out of love instead of just feeling like I gotta be that it person to, for people to tap in or whatever. And it's not just about like one individual. It's about like all of us at the end of the day.
Right.
So,
man, that's dope. Hey man, we not about to stop right here. We're gonna keep it going. But before we do that, we're gonna take a little break. Y'all check out this ad. What's up, y'all? So let me turn y'all on to something. Let me put y'all on a little game. Have y'all ever heard of POPL? Yeah, I said it. POPL. POPL. Oh, you haven't heard of it, right? But let me tell you more about it. POPL is a digital business card company. What they do is make nice charms that you can use to share your business information without creating any paper business cards. They have items such as keychains, phone cases, wristbands. They have little circles that you can place on the back of your phone, and they have so many options of products that you can choose where you can share your business information. If you guys want to know what I'm using, here it is right here. And I see you guys also notice that I have my business logo on the back. Gary Watkins Production. I'll be sure to place the link in the description where you can all check out my content. But yeah, you can also customize your own POPL and put your business logo on there, bro. I want to just tell you more about POPL. POPL is changing the game. It is innovative. You don't have to worry about any more paper business cards where you got to pass them out or you got to restock on them every time you run out. All you have to do is place an order for whatever product you want. Once you place your order, you're going to receive it. And when you receive it, you'll have to download the POPL app. Once you download the app after receiving your product, all you have to do is let the POPL app guide you on how to set up your POPL product. And it's simple. Anybody can do it. I know if I can do it, you can do it. You can set up your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, your website domain, your payment methods. Whatever it is you want to set on there, you can do it all in that app. And once you have it all set up, you can preview it for what it'll look like for your potential and future clients. So next time you go out and you're doing business or you're networking with other people, all you have to do is ask for your potential client to pull out their phone. You hold your device over their phone, and then they'll have the QR link to pop up at the top of the phone. You tap on the link and all your business information will be right there. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your website, your payment method, everything they need to know will be right there. Not to mention, you can also add your email and your phone number as well. Bro, this is the most innovative product that I have ever known, because for the longest, I was struggling to come up with my own business card. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm very capable of doing those things. But now I don't have to worry about any of that. Everything is all digital now. Bro, y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all be sure to go tap in with POPL right now. I'll put the link down in the description. It's POPL, POPL.co. I'm gonna say it again for you, POPL.co. And whenever you guys get ready to order something, be sure to use my code and you can save some money. I'll put that down there as well. You'll be able to save a few dollars whenever you place an order. Man, y'all go get that. POPL is innovative. They're changing the game when it comes to sharing your business information and networking with other people. You don't want to miss out on this, man. Y'all go check it out. We out. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that ad. Y'all be sure to go to popl.co. That is POPL.co. Get some merchandise from them people, get some items so you can share your business information digitally. So back to the EP, man. We were just talking about tapping in with self. And one of my biggest takes from that, when I asked you what's one word that come to mind, you said God. And with you saying that, it reminds me of how disconnected, the generation that come after us is away from God. And I think one of the problems is because just like when you tapping into self, we looking for stuff that's external, that's supposed to fulfill us, when it really start on the inside. But the thing is, you can't see what's on the inside. You feel me? So it's kind of like God. I think a lot of people fail to believe in God is because we don't actually see the thing or the figure. Whereas you gotta know how to exercise your faith, because God is not something you can see on the physical level. It's a spirit. It's a feeling. It's something that's on the inside, and you feel it, and you have faith in it, believe it, and you feel that you can lean on it and stuff. So that's what I get from that, man. Like, one thing I encourage everyone to do is definitely in 2023, man, get closer to God, man. We gotta touch bases with he, she, it, whatever it may be. We gotta reach out to it, because in a time like this, we need him or her or it.
And I tell people to look at it this way: Look at literally every single thing you see right now, including me, including you. At one point in time, we was all just a thought. We all was an invisible feeling before we became visible. A lot of people don't know, but the male sperm, the fluid in the male sperm, is the same fluid in the male's brain. A lot of people don't know that. So when you think about humans, we're all to a degree a manifestation of our dad's thoughts, so to speak. We're still our own entity, of course, but we're not just our father, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're all just a manifestation of something that was once invisible. Everything. Somebody thought of making a mic before the mic became what it is. Somebody thought of making shoes before shoes became what it is. Lights.
Yeah.
Headset. Us. When it was a mistake, when you know what I mean? But yeah.
You know that moment when you learn something new or just get exposed to something, your mind feel like it just blew up? Like, that's the moment I just had.
That's been me all 2020, all last year in 2021.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
all right. So it's like, to a degree, it gives you like it gives you like a leverage. It helps you understand that, okay, with that being said, let me be mindful of how I think, man. Let me be mindful of how I approach certain situations, because it's not so much about what happens. It's so much about how you respond to what happens next. What it's more about how you respond to the situation that will determine what happens next.
right.
Because usually, something that we perceive as bad will happen, and then the obvious reaction is to flip out and all this other type of stuff. And then more bad stuff tend to happen. But if you react to it in, like a different way, you'd be surprised how things just work out for you.
Yeah. And that got a lot to do with changing your perspective. Kevin Gates once said, man, once you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. And
you ain't lying.
Yeah. Damn. That's some game for y'all right there, man. So now we're getting ready to transition into another one of the topics that you came up with.
Okay.
And that is using your God-given gift to serve a bigger purpose.
Yes.
I want you to, elaborate on that some more. Introduce us to that right there.
Going back to what we were just talking about, tapping into yourself, solidifying that foundation within yourself. Once that is there, once you see what you're able to do, what you're capable of doing, learn how to be an asset for others. I feel like that's what a leader is. When you think about a leader, the perspective isn't just on the leader, the leader being this guy that's quote unquote in charge of everybody. Like, his job is to serve the people. Like the king, their job is to make sure his community, his kingdom, or whatever is situated. Right. You know what I mean? Granted, he's at what's perceived as, the high position, but it ain't just about like the CEO. It's about the employees too. The employees make a big difference too. Yeah. Because it's not just about one person. It's about the whole. And I feel like a lot of people's problems, because I guess from what I've been seeing, people do what they say they love to do, and then at one point, they kind of get like depressed because they feeling like nobody's paying attention to them, or whatever. And I just feel like you have to ask yourself, what are you doing what you're doing? What are you doing this for? Like, are you doing it to get my attention, or are you doing it because you like it despite how I feel about it? You know what I mean?
Man, and I just want to take that real quick and let y'all know, when I first started the business, the label, the brand, Gary Watkins Production, I was getting 0 views, 0 likes, 0 comments, and 0 shares.
Right.
I wasn't doing it for that. I did it because I truly enjoy creating content. I enjoy taking pictures. I mean, I enjoy capturing moments.
Right.
Don't you know, you got to think about, there was a time, it's so many people that came before us, and there's nothing out there where we can just see it or reflect on it. And not understanding this person probably saved somebody else's life or set a trend, and it started a whole new wave. Like, that's kind of like how I think and why I enjoy what I do. So just like you were saying, like, ask yourself, what are you really doing this for? Are you doing this to seek attention? You're seeking validation from other people, and chances are these other people don't care about you or don't like you, whatever. Or you doing this because you truly enjoy doing this. Bro, I would do this for free because I truly enjoy doing this. I learn from other people. I get to meet people, go places.
Right.
I enjoy experiences. So, yeah, man, that definitely resonates with me, bro, very well. And, you know, I was really blessed when Sports Center, they reached out to me about a highlight that I captured back in, I think, November. The game happened in November. Sports Center reached out to me in December, shared the highlight, got millions of views and on multiple platforms and stuff like that. So, and that's growth, bro. I started this in 2018, not this podcast, but the main base platform, Gary Watkins Production, started in 2018. It took, also, that's when you got to know when to stay down too.
Right.
It might take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years until what you're doing take off.
Right.
Or not even just take off, but you are actually getting acknowledged for it, because they see how, not only how consistent you are, they see how persistent you are. It's a difference. It's a difference between persistency and consistency. So, yeah, man, I just had to add on to that because it really resonated with me. I can relate to it. And and also, before we make this next transition, man, don't take your God-given gift for granted. If you know
huge facts,
what you're doing is meant for you, you can feel it, you can see how good you are at it, you see how other people compliment you, and you're so good at what you're doing, they're willing to come out of their pocket and
to support
your cause. You know, don't take it for granted, man, because it's going to get to a point in your life where you can't do it anymore. So don't take it for granted, man. Appreciate everyone and everything that's around you and everything that you're handed. Appreciate it. So,
and if you don't use it, the Most High will take it from you. And then you'll find you'll find somebody else doing what you keep thinking about wanting to do, but ain't put no type of action behind it. And then you'll be like, man, the word, I thought of that. You're like, yeah, you ain't put it in action, so you allow somebody else to.
Yeah. Hey, man, what you won't do, another person will, man. So what we about to do is transition. I got my liners in, so I can barely talk. But we're about to transition into the trivia session.
Okay.
All right, so what the trivia session is, a game of either or. You got to answer rapidly, and feel free to explain your answer.
Okay.
All right. Rapid fire. All right, here we go. Putting the timer down here. First one. Daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Rap or R&B?
Rap.
Fruit or veggies?
Veggies.
Oh. Tupac or Biggie?
Pop.
Kanye or Jay? Hove?
Yay.
Cole or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
If you could pick one artist to work with, who would it be?
Kendrick.
Oh. With what you know now, would you rather go back 5 years or fast forward 5 years?
Ooh. Fast forward.
Feel free to explain that to anyone.
Because I say fast forward because I don't want to take what I apparently had to go through for granted. You know, I feel like what happened had to happen for me to even know what I know right now.
Right.
So
on to the next one. Photos or video?
Videos.
Summer hot or winter cold?
Summer hot.
Would you rather have the love of your life or the career of your dreams?
Career of my dreams.
All right, this is where we get a little serious. Forgiveness or grudge?
Forgiveness.
Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty.
Loyalty or love?
Loyalty.
That's it. Yeah, you went through that pretty swift right there, man. That's hard, bro. That what's up, man. That's the trivia session. It just give people an idea of what you value more than the other. You know what I'm saying?
And what's funny, because some of them, to me, some of you have to apply more of to even receive the other one. So,
dang. Yeah.
I like the career because I feel like, as a man, going back to the Bible, you know what I mean? I feel like God gave Adam work first, and then he gave him a woman to help assist, because you got to think, as a man, yeah, we're supposed to be leaders and things of that nature, whoop de whoop. But as a woman, you have to know what you have to know what this man is trying to do. If he can't tell you where he's trying to go, I feel like you don't need to be around that. And as a man, you shouldn't waste your time with her and her time trying to figure you out when you still trying to figure yourself out.
Right. Time is valuable, man. Can't get it back.
All right.
That's dope, bro. So very swift through the trivia session. Now we about to get back. Right before we go into the closing remarks.
This beat is so old. Sheesh.
So if you had to take a guess, how many beats you think you got stored? Just random number.
I know over 1,000.
Well over 1,000.
And that's including undone beats. That's including old, I can't stand to hear type beats. That's everything. That's including beats that's turned to songs.
Man, that helps us go into our next topic, which is tasting music.
Yeah.
So we kind of touched on this in the opening, but I just want to touch on it some more, man, because the beats that you do, bro, I listen to them. And they are hard as fuck. All right, they're hard as fuck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And I'm also gonna need a new beat soon for the new
Most
intro.
definitely.
We're gonna do that for sure. So with your taste in music, let's just say you're walking down the street right here on Broadway. Are you conscious of everything that's going on around you that you hear? And the reason I asked that, because I met a producer before. Yes Sir Retro. Y'all know what we talking about. In Retro, I remember him saying himself that when he used to be in class, because he's pretty young if you know him, he just graduated high school maybe last year before.
Okay.
And bro used to say, when he be in class, when he think of beats, he would listen to his environment and what's going on around him. Whether it's a kid probably over there cracking jokes and how he said something, or somebody tapping on the desk, just different kind of sounds. And it's kind of like what Lil Wayne said. He said he used to get headaches because anything he think about is lyrics. It rhymes with each other. So are you that conscious of the things that go on around you as far as what's going on and what you can hear?
I can 100% agree to that. Even right now, even though I'm hearing what I've already created, it's still kind of giving me like newer ideas for stuff.
Yeah.
Music is such a universal. It's a vibration. You know, when you hear a certain vibration and you just be so in tune to it, it's like it forces you to go into creator mode. And now, you know, you thinking of how you can use that vibration and turn it into something, you know, you want to do. And yeah, I can agree to that.
That's dope, because even for myself, I'm a photographer and videographer, so anytime, like I even do exercises with my eyes. I heard like if you do like look left and right 10 times, that's like exercising your eyes, roll them around, look up and down, all that kind of stuff right there, because I always want to make sure my eyes are sharp and I can just see things just clear. And unfortunately, like my mom and my dad wear glasses, so yeah, it might get passed down to me. But anytime I'm out and about, events, I'm at work, whatever I may be looking at, even if I'm just sitting in the truck, car, whatever, and I'm just daydreaming, nice car ride by, I capture that moment in my mind. Like I'm very conscious of like I know I'm going to take something and apply it to my passion and what I love to do, kind of deal.
Right.
And that's just kind of like how my mind works. And when you think about it, our whole life, like we can be 60 years old but can still remember something vividly that happened when we were 20 years old or something. Right. So it's like our mind is like a working kind of camera. Now it depends on, because everybody's storage is a little different. You know, some people got that 32 gigabyte memory, and you got other people that got 256 gigabyte memory. But my thing is, it's like our mind, it's like a storage device in a sense. You feel me? So, sometimes that thing can crash. But enough of that, man. Just to, you know, get back into music taste, man. Like, do you sample beats?
Almost all the time now.
Yeah.
Like, I love sampling.
Yeah.
I love sampling.
What's your, do you have a favorite artist that you like to sample from, if that's something you want to give out? Or
it ain't even an artist. I sample video game music. I sample movie music, TV shows, artists. It ain't even no particular one. It just sounds, really.
Yeah.
Just whatever gravitates my ear. Just use it.
Yeah, because one of my favorite artists, he's probably my last favorite R&B artist, but Bryson Tiller, he loved video games. Like, he's a heavy gamer. And when you listen to his music, he got some spots where, like, bro, I know you got that from a game. Like, I forgot, I can't think of the song. I think it's called Rambo or Sorry Not Sorry. But in the opening of the song, it's like, and I can't duplicate the sound that well, but it's kind of like a da-da-da-ding, fight, then the beat drop.
Right.
So it's got to be something kind of like a Mortal Kombat or
something. That sound like Mortal Kombat. That fight sound like Mortal Kombat.
Right. So it just, man, that's dope how you guys can just take stuff and then put it in music, and then when somebody else hear it, like, who you think is at the top of the game when it comes to sampling music?
Sheesh. I would say Jay-Z. A part of me want to say Kendrick.
I love what he did on The Heart Part 5.
Right.
With
that Marvin Gaye song.
Marvin Gaye, yes. Love that.
And then what I love about Kendrick is that he go to the people himself. Like when he did like he sampled on Isley Brothers. This man flew to Ron Isley's house and asked for permission. He not only got permission, but the dude is on the song providing additional vocals as well. Ron Isley.
That's hard.
I said, yeah. And he's on another song off of that same album, To Pimp a Butterfly.
That's my favorite album from the 2010s. That's the best album of the 2010s.
Facts.
Hands down, period.
Facts.
I'll argue with anybody about it. But yeah, we didn't even touch on this. So let's do. Take your time on this.
Okay.
Top 5 artists and top 5 albums.
Oh, brother. Okay.
And you can do ties if you want to. Like if we get all the way down to 5, you can do these 2 artists or these 2 albums tie for that 5th spot.
Now, top 9 artists is what range?
Any range and any genre.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna add Kendrick.
And is this in order or?
No.
All right.
Nah. Kendrick. Ooh. I'm gonna have to say MJ. Kendrick, MJ. I'm trying to think as far as who makes like an impact, not just in like a mainstream aspect, but just in like a lot of ways. I say Kendrick, MJ. I mean, I'm gonna have to say Beyonce.
Interesting.
Ooh. So I want to say Outkast. They touched a lot of people, despite their catalog, like lengthy, you know, the amount or whatever, so to speak. They touched. And I kind of want to say. Do I want to? I say Kanye. I say Kanye.
It's a solid 5 right now. Solid as hell. Albums.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Facts.
I'm gonna have to say Mr. Morale too, because like that's an album I feel like a lot of people are scared to listen to because it forces you to realize that it's a self game. And going back to what I was saying previously, like it makes people feel uncomfortable, but in a way that it needs to be uncomfortable because we're comfortable in living in a lie sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, the truth hurts, but it's supposed to set you free at the same time.
Facts.
Albums.
Got To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale too.
I say Thriller.
Thriller. What? Michael Jackson? You got it. The album is called Thriller.
Is it called? Hold on.
That's the song right there.
When he's laying down.
No,
The song Thriller, Beat It, all that is on.
Oh yeah.
I think it's ain't it the Thriller album? I hope it's the Thriller album. Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about where he's kind of like laying down on the side joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I say that. I'm trying to think. Impactful.
I'll be sure to put that on the screen for the ones that don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Impactful. Ooh.
That's 3.
Album wise.
2 more.
I might really have to. Hold on. Personally, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
My all-time favorite.
Because that to me is Kanye's top.
That's cap. It's really 808s and Heartbreak. I apologize.
808s and Heartbreaks. What?
I love it. That's my all-time favorite album.
It ain't bad, but what? What?
Yeah.
I mean, how many I named? 4?
That's 4.
Oh. Dang. I know it's a Jay-Z album. I gotta think about this one. That's my mind going blank right now. It's all over the place. That's what
Blueprint, ain't it? Is that Blueprint or one of the blueprints?
I might have to say Reasonable Doubt though. I can only think of 4 right now. Cause I'm like thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I can think of as of right now. I kind of want to say a J. Cole album.
Yeah, it'll be a crime if you don't put Cole on there as much as you.
It's between, and I want to say 4 Your Eyes Only, and one of them. Mm-hmm. It's between that, Forest Hill Drive, and Born Center. Because they're all great in their own lanes. That's what I like about it. I feel like 4 Your Eyes Only was a little more heartwarming. I'm still thinking, man. What is that last album?
The last one, Off Season.
Nah.
He had some hits on that album.
He do. But you can tell that's just the Cole that just kind of. It's like he kind of made his point, so to speak. It was kind of like, I can let me just rap on the stuff y'all want to hear me on type. He a made it, then he fake it type of guy, like he said. But
it's one more to feel
man, like when I'm telling you, I'm soaring through my head with this.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. I may have to say All Eyes on Me. I may have to say that.
I feel like a safe answer, but I like it though.
Knowing me, I'm probably gonna think of something, be like, hey, I want to re-switch it. But right now, yeah, that's all I can think of. To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale, Dark Twisted Fantasy, Thriller, and because I'm trying to think with everybody, not just me. But
no, that's good though. That's a solid 5.
That's a solid 5. That's all I can think of right now.
Solid. Man, this man here has an amazing ear for music and beats and sound. So, again, man, what we about to do is go into the closing remarks. And all this is, I would like for you to kind of leave a message for all the listeners out there. Something that's probably been sitting on your heart and you feel like you can articulate it in a way where other people can resonate with it. Help their spirits, lift them up, make their day better. What's something you want to place on the people?
This is an Arabic symbol. It means self-love is a reflection of all love. Start with yourself. Don't worry about trying to create an image that you want to hide behind, so to speak, for the sake of gratification, validation, whatever. Focus on yourself. I say start with that. Learn how to take accountability. Learn how to just really dive deep into yourself. Be vulnerable with yourself. Work out your problems. Don't run from them. Don't seek. It's a lot of escapisms in the world. just learn how to tap into your soul. So that way, when you go do whatever it is that you want to do on this earth, it can just turn to gold. That's all I can really say.
Man, that's good. That's a great message. And I'm gonna just take one of the words that you use: accountability. People, let's be accountable this year. Let's hold ourselves responsible for where we're at in life, for the people that's around us, for our current situation, whatever it is you may go through, whether it's good or bad. As a matter of fact, just as much as you hold yourself accountable for the good things that's happening, hold yourself accountable for everything that went wrong and that's going bad. Stand on that. Even if it's not your fault, still hold yourself accountable, because guess what? You made a choice. Don't ever feel like you don't have a choice. You have a choice. But you got to make it right now before it's too late, when you really don't have a choice. So do what you got to do. That one friend that's been holding you back and killing your dream, remove them. That job, that career you're doing is not paying you enough, or is not really serving you, whatever, remove yourself. You know, you want to be exposed to new people and things, buy that passport. Do whatever it is you got to do to get the way you want to go, but make sure whatever it is you do, you're doing it for the right reasons. And understand, every decision and choice that you make not only impact you, but it impact everyone around you.
All right.
Feel me? So, them are the closing remarks. Man, I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, man.
You're a great guest. Trust and believe you're gonna come back on, bro. Cool with that?
Yes,
That's
most
dope.
definitely.
That's dope. And then it'll be great if we can have you and Black Male, you know what I'm saying? Both of you guys come on, because I'm sure great minds kind of, you know, attract each other, or just kind of gravitate toward each other. So I can only imagine the conversations you and him have.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's dope. So like again, bro, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy and your mind. Again, man, this is the Gary Watkins podcast. We'll be back with another EP. Peace.